That's why I'm trying to make a better way. Whole new crib in a better place. Get my people out the hood, we'll see better days. Tell a fan sorry, y'all let them wait. Shit up there like a Saturday. Listen to me how I beat this beat up like a battle.
Ha ha! Hey guys, you know I had to do a part 2 on this, man. Matt Eberflus is fired again, like I said, but this time we're gonna get my boy Chuck's thoughts on this.
Ooh, let's go, baby. Yes, let's go.
We're gonna be diving deep into this, man. But before we start this video, guys, make sure to like and subscribe for this content. Make sure to hit that notification bell. In case y'all don't know, hit that notification bell, because I know some of y'all be watching my videos and you don't be subscribing and you be wondering, well, I don't see the video. You got to hit the subscribe button if you want to get the notification and all that. So make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get the latest and greatest in regards to Chicago Bears content. But Chuck, hey, you can start off, man. I know you happy about this.
Great day in the morning. It's a great day for Chicago Bears fans. We finally got our albatross out the house. You know, ain't nothing worse, Cole, than having something that's stinking in the house and you don't know where it's at and how to get rid of it or how to get in the smell. You got to find the rotten apple. You got to find the bad fruit. You got to find the moldy, spoiled meat. You got to get it out of there, bro. And the Bears have finally, it took a long time, but they finally
coach in Bears history.
They finally found where the spoiled meat was at, where the stench was coming from. They got this bum out of here. This was long overdue. Those of y'all that watch the show, welcome to KO Sports Talk if you're a first timer. But those of y'all that watch the show, you know I have been on getting rid of Matt Eberflus since last year, at the end of last year. Matt Eberflus should have left when Lou Getsy left. He should not have been here because he is not a quality coach. But, you know, I know people want to sit here and they want to point fingers at everything but this dude. But finally, these chickens have come home to roost. And I'm going to tell you something, Cove. This not only was this life-saving for our organization, because what this did, people, you see behind me, it put the roar back in the Bears.
And it saved this man's career right here. This man's career too.
Yes, it saved that man's career, and it may have saved Ryan Poles' job, because Ryan Poles was fast getting on the hot seat, hanging on to this dude week in and week out, game after game after game, debacle after debacle after debacle. It was just unconscionable that they kept this dude this long. But he's here. We had him here all this time, and he finally got him out of here. So Ryan Poles may have saved his job. Now I'm ready to move on. And to be honest with you, Coach, I'm at the point I don't even really care about the rest of the season in terms of wins and losses. I just want to see us be able to produce and have some success. Caleb is playing out his gourd right now. He just went up against two of the top defenses in the NFL, people. Two of the top defenses in the NFL, maybe three if you count the Packers. And that dude formatted himself very well against all three of them teams and is supposed to won against all three of those teams, bro. There's no way we got this kid playing like this. We got these offense clicking like this. Thomas Brown finally got us going up and down the field and able to put points up on the board. This defense is keeping us in the dogfight, in the trenches, doing everything they can to help us, and we coming away with all these L's. Not supposed to happen, Go. Not supposed to happen.
And you know, especially after that ugly Thanksgiving loss, the Athletic Adam Johns shares the ugly details from that Thanksgiving loss. The headline accompanying the piece by Adam Johns and Dan Rossini is all you need to know. The Bears finally fired Matt Eberflus, but he lost the locker room a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So in one of the pieces, it says, like a lot of Bears players, one thing that stood out is that Jalen Johnson, who's one of the longest tenured Bears, he's been here for the last 5 years. It says that Johnson had enough. sick of finding new ways to give games away. They wanted accountability and answers. One player says Jalen Johnson went crazy. He was very emotional and pissed, but rightfully so. He's been here the longest. Said another player. He was going off more so at Matt Eberflus. According to multiple reports in the locker room, some players had to hold Jalen Johnson back from Matt Eberflus, and Matt Eberflus had to he left
the locker room.
They had to escort him out of the locker room and tell him to leave. That's how bad it got.
Yeah.
So ugly. Another staffer said there was a lot of yelling. We felt as players there's been too many instances where we fought our way back in the games because of bad time management and decision making.
Oh yeah. And it's only so much of that, bro. It's only so much of that, Coach, that a player can tolerate. Players are taught to be disciplined. They're taught to listen to their coaches. They're taught to stay within the instructions that they're given. They're taught to do their job and fulfill their job properly. And when things go bad, they're taught to, give the coach a chance to get it right, give the coach a chance to correct itself. They look to the coach to be the vocal leader. They look for him to be the voice of reason. They look for him to be the guidance when they don't know what to do. But when you got a dude who is clueless and he has no sense of where he is.
And he defended his decision to not go for the timeout. He defended.
But you know what? Before we even get to him defending it, just look at the body language, the facial expressions, the energy that he had on the sideline with the game on the line.
You got field goal range.
Bro, you got Caleb Williams in this offense cooking the Lions.
Came all the way down from the 1 yard line close to field goal range.
We came in the second half down 16-0, and we put up 3 touchdowns and was on the verge of a 4th if he manages the game right. Some coaches are just not built for leadership, bro. Some coaches are just not built to handle men in the locker room, and some are just don't have the knowledge to know what to do in situational management, bro. In situational gameplay. Matt Eberflus is definitely one of those dudes. He left the Commanders game with us up 15-12 and one last heave of a play. He left that game with 3 timeouts. He didn't give his team or himself a chance to make sure everything was right and in proper place. He did the same thing Thursday with the Detroit Lions game, bro. He didn't manage it well. You got a timeout. Caleb Williams got sacked. It's 32 seconds still on the clock. Yeah, you can get everybody back up. You can run into the line of scrimmage. You can snap the ball and try to get a play off. But you got to have better play designs than what you had in your head. First off, the play that they called in, this is what I thought Thomas Brown dropped the ball at. The play that they called in was a QB draw in that situation. Yeah. That made absolutely no sense to me. Why do you want your quarterback running in that situation when you have a chance to possibly win the game? Running is not going to get him anything there. Secondly, you got a timeout. If you're not sure what to do, use it. 30 plus seconds is more than enough time to, if you call a timeout, you're out of timeout. 30 plus seconds is more than enough time to draw up a play, get the proper play in, run a play. A play takes what, about 5 to 7 seconds at the most? 5 to 7 seconds to be carried out. You get you a short completed pass. It's going to be 4th down because it was 3rd and 26. I heard some people say, no, you get out of bounds and you try to run another play. No, you don't. Not in this situation. 3rd and 26, you get a little closer for Cairo Santos, your field goal kicker, to have that attempt. You get down, and then you hurry up and scurry all your offense off the field, and you scurry all your special teams on the field. That's enough time. It takes all of 11 seconds to make that transition, bro. 11 seconds to get them off and to get them on, get everybody lined up, and get that ball down and get it kicked to give yourself an opportunity to tie the game. He was prepared to do neither. He was not prepared to call the timeout. He was not prepared to rush them back to the line of scrimmage with another series of plays that they were going to try to do, to get a short pass or something going. He wasn't prepared to do anything. And I'm not mad at Caleb Williams. I know a lot of people going in on him right now because Caleb Williams changed the play at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think it was his fault. I think
as a quarterback, what are you supposed to do when the game is on the line and you're driving? Mind you, he's coming from the 1 yard line, his own 1 yard line, and then
he's getting calls from the offensive coordinator too.
What are you supposed to do when you know the time is running out? Your coach is not managing the clock properly, and you know you got one last ditch effort to maybe try to win this game. You change that play. I'm not mad at Caleb for changing that play, bro. On QB draw, where does that make sense in that scheme? In the scheme of things, where does that makes absolutely no sense. No sense. And just on the side note, I'm curious to know, Cole, where's Tyler Scott?
I don't even know. I don't know why they've not been utilizing Tyler Scott at all.
It doesn't make any sense. You got all these weapons on this team, and you are putrid at production across the board. And then when you finally get a coach in here that's capable to get the offensive production going, now you're limiting what he can do, how much he can do, where he can do it, with your ineptitude as a play caller or as a head coach, as a decision maker. You're terrible. He's terrible. It was time for him to go, people. And anybody want to put this on Caleb Williams, let me tell you right now, look in the camera,
you're a clown.
check my face, you're an idiot. If you want to put that on that kid, something wrong with you.
Because I've seen some Bears content creators, they were blaming Caleb Williams for not calling the timeout. I'm like, dude, the kid is a rookie. He's a rookie.
No. Never mind that. Never mind that. You need to hear Jimmy Johnson. He was on the show after the game. He was talking. Jimmy Johnson said in his 70 years of coaching, he's never seen the ineptitude that he's seeing from Matt Eberflus. Bro, Jimmy Johnson pointed out, and this is what they need to hear and what everybody needs to know why they want to blame Caleb Williams for this. Jimmy Johnson pointed out that on every team, those type of situations are practiced and they're handled differently by every team. In those situations, they either leave it on in some of those situations, he said the coach either is the one that calls the timeouts, makes the decisions on the timeouts call, or some they let the quarterback and the coach be the decision makers on that, or some let the staff upstairs, the offensive coordinators or what have you, they let them make the decisions on whether or not they're going to burn the timeouts. So it's different to every organization. If Caleb didn't call that timeout, bro, it's because he's not given the liberty or the authority to do so in those situations. When's the last time you ever think about all the games you watched the Bears play this year? When's the last time you seen Caleb walk to an official and call a timeout? He never calls timeouts because that's not in his power. That's not what they've given him.
He's not a veteran. He's not. He's a rookie. Yeah. You can expect that from a rookie. And that's why some of these clown content creators like Schlack Daddy, I'm calling you out, or Chicago Bears Central even said that. You guys, you can't blame the quarterback because it's not in his power. He's a rookie. You can't put the blame on the hands of a rookie. Caleb Williams did all that he could. Yeah, he didn't play well in the first half, but the second half, he did well. He did enough to help this team come back time and time again, bro. Like, you can't put that on the rookie.
That dude was lights out the second half. And at this point, Bears fans need to come into a reality that you can't always blame the players. I'm sorry, but there's not a player that's not on this offensive line that I could blame for any of the debacles that's going on here. I'm not blaming Caleb Williams. I'm not blaming Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, Roshan Johnson, Cole Kmet, DJ Moore, Roma Dunze. You go down the line with all the players on defense and offense. I'm not blaming a soul of them on what has been going on. You have seen this team play its butt off, bro. Get back in games where we had big deficits. The Minnesota game, we had a big deficit. We scored 11 points in under 1 minute. Are you hearing that? 11 points in under a minute to tie that game up and to send it to overtime. This is not a player issue, bro. This is not a player issue. It never was a player issue. And anybody want to keep blaming these players, you're an idiot because you're dumb enough to really think these coaches are without accountability. You cannot be the head coach of an NFL team making millions of dollars to make decisions for these organizations and to help your young players to get better, and you are doing none of that, and you be without accountability. And like you said, Coach, earlier, this dude has no accountability. He doesn't take any blame for anything. This dude just takes these points to the players, and then had the audacity, the unmitigated gall, the nerve to get in front of the press and say he liked the decision that they made, bro. I was done. Kill me now.
You try to blame the players too. Like, come on, bro. You can't take no accountability, bro.
Horrible, bro. Horrible.
All
but
right,
he gone. Hey, he gone. Hey.
Anyway, we got Thomas Brown. Thomas Brown is the interim head coach. What did you think about this, the decision for the Chicago Bears brass to pick Thomas Brown as the interim head coach? I know, they could have chose Eric Washington. Some people were speculating, Thomas Brown, he needs to kind of build that little bit more of that relationship with Caleb Williams.
Oh, my bad, bro. I was celebrating. I didn't mean to ignore you, bro. I was feeling it, man.
I know. Hey, do your happy dance, bro. Hey,
man. You saw what I said. I sent the meme with Bernie Mac.
Bask in the ambience, bro. Bask in it, bro.
Hey,
Christmas came early, bro. Christmas came early.
Sent the news down, bro. I sent a meme out that said, praise God.
Yeah, I saw that. Bernie Mac.
Come on. Won't he do it? Bum out of here, man. But to your question you asked about Thomas Brown, I want to caution Bears fans to take everything you're seeing right now from Thomas Brown. He's doing a great job. I don't want nobody to think that I'm ragging on Thomas Brown. I do see that Thomas Brown is doing a great job. He's exercising more the intangibles of a quality leader, more so than what we just had in town. So I want to give him his peas. I'm gonna give Thomas Brown his flowers, but let's proceed with caution on this, people. Let's take this with a grain of salt, because you got to remember, looking at where we came from, anything that's productive is going to look like a great fit right now. Let's keep in mind, we're coming from Shane Waldron. We're coming from Matt Eberflus. We're coming from two people who are not getting the job done, who has stalled this offense completely out. And now all of a sudden the offense is moving. It's cooking. It's producing. So it looks good. But let's keep a few things in mind here. Number one, Thomas Brown has an advantage over the rest of the league right now because nobody knows his coaching style. Nobody knows his tendencies. Nobody knows what he's going to do. So, of course, when you play against him right now, all you can do is be very vanilla on defense, or either you just stick with what you usually do or you be very vanilla in terms of how you attack it. Look at the games that we played against our division foes. When the Green Bay Packers played us, they generally play a single high defense, and they man up a lot with McKinney over the top. Bro, they zoned almost the entire game. Why did they do that? Because they didn't know what to expect from Thomas Brown. They don't know him. So they had to adjust and then learn on the fly what it was that he was going to do against them. And they had to make those adjustments accordingly. Same thing with the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings came in here. Brian Flores put on his hard hat. He laid his ears back. He had his defense do like they usually do 60, 70, 80% of the time. They blitzing. They bringing pressure to the quarterback. And some of that stuff got beat. A lot of that stuff got beat because they didn't really know what Thomas Brown was capable of. And then we can go to the Detroit game. I go on and on and on. But the point is, longest teams don't know who he is, he's going to look good as an offensive coordinator. He's going to look great. He's going to look like the perfect fit. What happens once teams get game film on him? Because come next year, they'll have game film on how he's coaching. They'll know what his tendencies are. They'll look at what he did against Green Bay, what he did against Minnesota, what he did against Detroit. They'll look at these games and they'll see that stuff. They'll see whether or not this dude really has the goods or not. When they see those things, they're going to take away some of those things, and then what's going to be his adjustment? See, that's the thing you got to keep in mind, people. Plus, also keep in mind that Thomas Brown was just the offensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers. He was offensive coordinator for Carolina Panthers, and he got fired. He just, and I know everybody wants to say, oh, he's doing great with the number one overall quarterback in Caleb Williams. Yeah, he just had another number one quarterback over there in Carolina with Bryce Young, and he wasn't able to do anything with him. So I'm just saying, let this be a precautionary tale about how excited we get about this. I think the Bears should still go in the offseason looking at all of their coaching options out here, bro.
I agree.
And it's fair. Give Thomas Brown a chance because he's earning the chance right now. This is an elongated interview. I just read this in an article in the New York Times. They're calling this an elongated interview that he's having a trial by fire, probationary period chance that other coaches are not going to get this position. So Thomas Brown needs to make the most of it right now to see if he can be the guy. But Ben Johnson's going to be out there. That's a great look. Cliff Kingsbury's going to be out there. He already has history with Caleb Williams. That's another good look. The potential for, and we talked about this a few weeks ago, Cole, Kyle Shanahan could potentially be out there if the 49ers don't make the playoffs. And there's also rumors in the rumor mill, Cole, that Zach Taylor, the coach for the Cincinnati Bengals, if they don't make the playoffs, he may be available on the market. There are options that are proven.
Mike Vrabel to Bill Belichick.
Yeah, we don't want Mike Vrabel. I'm sorry. You had Zeus in the backfield saving your whole career over there as a coach, bro. So, I'm not sold on Mike Vrabel. But that neither here nor there. The point is there are other viable, proven options that may become available out here. We can't cut all of those options off and say we're going with Thomas Brown. Thomas Brown ain't proved nothing yet. He proved nothing yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So going into these next 5 games, we're gonna look at the schedule so far. And if you guys are just joining in, of course, we're doing a part 2 video of the Matt Eberflus being fired.
What's up, Jay?
What's up, Jay? How you doing? Y'all see Flus thank you letter? He thanks Pauls and McCaskies, but not guess who? LOL.
Who is the guess who?
Who's the guess who? Who, Caleb? I don't know.
McCaskey. Are you talking about Kevin Warren?
Kevin Warren, probably.
Kevin Warren. I don't know. You have to put that up there, Jay, so we know who you're talking about there, bro.
Yeah, but like he's Kevin Warren.
Kevin Warren, okay. That's what I thought he was talking about, Kevin Warren. I mean, why would he think Kevin Warren? Kevin Warren wasn't here when he got hired. Hell, Ryan Poles wasn't here when he got hired, bro. Ryan Poles was hired the day after he got hired. But Kevin Warren, he didn't have a relationship with Kevin Warren. Kevin Warren came a couple of months after they got Ryan Poles here, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a month or 2 after they got Ryan Poles here, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, he wasn't. He
said, I'm pretty sure Warren fired him.
Of course. Yeah. Well, according to the reports, Jay, it was actually Ryan Poles who did the actual firing, but Kevin Warren, and matter of fact, Kevin Warren, according to the reports, they said he was saving his job because Ryan Poles wanted to fire him after the what game was that they said? I think after the Washington game, after the debacle of the Washington game, Kevin Warren warded him off from doing that. He told him to give him a chance, hold on, give him a little more time. And then after the New England game, he had to see a head roll of some sort. That's when they whacked.
Let me read this statement from Kevin Warren. He said, I support Ryan.
Put it on the screen, bro. Put it on the screen.
Yeah. Let me do that right now.
Mm-hmm. Want our listening audience to be able to tune in and see what's being said here.
Okay. It says, can you guys see it actually?
A little bit bigger, please. That's good enough right there.
All right. It says, I support Ryan and his decision that was made this morning, Warren said in his statement. We understand how imperative the head coaching role is for the building and maintaining of a championship caliber team leading our players and our organization. Our fans have stood by us and preserved through every challenge. They deserve better results.
our organizational and operational structure is strong, focused, aligned, and energized for the future.
I do not agree with that. Our organizational operation structure is strong, focused, and aligned to energize for the future. Tell the ball head lie right there, Kev. This is not. There are still challenges. This organization is not strong, and they definitely are not aligned. They're
Too much
not aligned.
dysfunction.
You keep doing the same things over and over and expecting different results. That is the definition, sir, of insanity. The Bears keep drafting a quarterback and then letting a lame duck coach who's in the final year of his tenure as the Bears coach, they keep letting that guy pick the quarterback. Then after that guy picks the quarterback, the very next year, they fire that guy and bring in a new coach, a new offensive coordinator, a new scheme of things, and tell them take over and take this guy as quarterback, which that coach may not even want that quarterback. You know what I mean? And then when that coach gets in, eventually that coach moves away from that quarterback and goes to get his quarterback. But generally, by that point in time in Chicago, that guy is on his last leg because he ain't done such a great job. And he tells them, if I get my guy, I can do a great job. And if he don't do a great job, he out again. We did this. We done this with 3 straight quarterbacks. I know it was at Mitch Trubisky. We done it with Justin Fields. And now we're doing it again with Caleb Williams. You can't keep doing the same thing the same way and expecting different results. That's not how it works, people.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And
you know what now? And Coach, I heard a lot of people going in on Bill Belichick. They didn't like, they didn't like what he was saying about the Bears and about Caleb Williams. Some people think that he hates Caleb Williams. He don't hate Caleb Williams. He don't. He's a realistic coach. The man is looking at the situation that Caleb Williams is in. The Bears went and drafted him, this high-flying, passing guy, and Caleb does have all those tools and all those skills. They drafted him, and they put him in a non-passing environment in Chicago. The Windy City is called that for a reason, people. It gets super cold in the winter times in Chicago, and that football becomes a floating brick when you throw it in the air.
Yeah.
Not that easy to catch or to throw in this type of weather.
You got to run that damn football.
So that's why we've always been built on run and defense, bro. Walter Payton made his name here. Thomas Jones made his name here. You know what I mean? The Brian Urlachers and the Mike Singletaries and the Richard Dents and the Steve McMichaels, all those guys made their names here. Why? Why they make their names here? Because this is the blue-collar city. This is the way we play football up in here. And Bill Belichick was not wrong. All you people that want to rag on him, get up off that guy. He's a 6-time Super Bowl champion. I think he know what he's talking about. That's all I'm going to tell you. The man might know a thing or two. And until you can bring that kind of pedigree, you can put that kind of ice in front of somebody's face, don't tell me that man don't know what he's talking about. Be quiet. Be quiet. I'm listening to Bill Belichick over everybody in this organization, including
Right. And so the next 5 games we got, with Thomas Brown auditioning for his head coach. We got the 49ers. That's going to be next week. We got the Vikings. We got those 3 divisional games with the Vikings.
What's
the
up,
Lions,
Zoe? I see you, bro.
and the Packers. And then we got the Seahawks too. So so for these next 5-game stretch, man, what do you think the Chicago Bears record could be? And if at all, what do you think the Bears need to do in order to kind of gain that momentum going into next year? Because at this point, we already know they're not going to make the playoffs.
Oh, that's it, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty much shot.
What could the Bears record be in these next 5 games? Let me think. I don't know. We don't know what Thomas Brown is going to bring to the table. We're like the other defenses out here that's running up on him and seeing this guy for the first time right now. They don't know what he's going to call. We don't know what he's going to do. We don't know that he's capable of doing his job just as of yet. He talking right. His energy is right. I can understand him in the press conference. Something I couldn't do with the word salad king when he was here, But other than that, Coach, I mean, it's shots in the dark. Who knows? I've seen the potential of this team. The Bears could possibly come out here and run the freaking table for all I know. Or they could come out here and win maybe 2 games or not win another game at all. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's all shots in the dark. Right now, I care less about the wins and losses for this season. I care about the progression of the players and this team. I care about the culture that's in the locker room right now. I care about the leadership that Thomas Brown and Eric Washington, who is the defensive coordinator, may be able to establish in this locker room, amongst his team. So, those are the things that's important to me. Keep Caleb progressing. Caleb is playing outstanding right now. I love the way that Caleb Williams is playing right now. I got no problem with Caleb Williams as the Chicago Bears quarterback. Even in the cold, throwing them bricks around, I ain't got no problem with what he's doing over here right now. But at the same time, you just got to temper expectations. Don't get too excited. Don't think that we're going to go on this illustrious win streak to close out the year like we did last year. Don't think that that's going to happen. Don't think that Thomas Brown is going to be a head coach coming in the next year. You know what I mean? You got to take them as they come. So right now, we just rolling with the punches. Can we beat the 49ers? Yeah, they're a mess hall right now, bro. A mess pool of injuries. So, they're in a vulnerable position. We could possibly beat them. Could we beat the Green Bay Packers? Could we beat the Detroit Lions again? Could we beat Minnesota when we play them again? It's a possibility for all of that. But could we lose all those games? Absolutely.
Absolutely, right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think with the firing of Matt Eberflus, I think you're going to see a different team come next week. You're going to see this team play with a little bit more fire. Whether it be a win or a loss, you're definitely going to know.
Kobe, I'm honest with you though, bro. They've never not played with fire this year to me. I haven't seen this team take plays off. I haven't seen them quit, bro. I haven't seen any of that.
Man.
The only dude I've seen do
games, man.
Only game.
New England game. I had something to say about the New England game. I watched that from start to finish.
The only players on this team that I can suggest that have taken plays off was Nate Lazy Davis. They got him out of here, and the entirety of that offensive line when there was no Braxton Jones and no Darnell Wright out there against New England. But other than that, and I can't even say they took plays off. They're just not good, bro. They just not good. Those guys are not good. Larry Borum is an atrocity. Ryan Bates should not be here. I don't even know what he does. Well,
they need to get rid of Coleman. Even though Coleman Shelton playing okay, they need to get a center, bro. Coleman Shelton.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Tevin Jenkins, bro, on that field goal attempt, that last second field goal attempt to tie the game against Minnesota? How well he was blocking. That dude said he was not about to be embarrassed again. He caught two Vikings in the air, one with each arm, and just held him back. That is what you need. But no, I don't. This team, I still see a team with a lot of fight, a lot of life, a lot of ferocity. They are very competitive, bro. This Bears team is competitive, bro. Then I don't see nobody taking plays off. I'm not gonna tell you no lie, bro. There was gripings that DJ Moore may be taking plays off. I haven't seen that since the Arizona game when they claimed he was taking plays off, but he really hobbled to the sideline with an injury, And then I think people just blind in one eye and can't see out the other sometimes when it comes to football, bro. They let analysts and referee and people who think they know best what's going on in the game, they let them tell them what to think and how to see things, bro. You got to see with your eyes, not with somebody else's eyes.
Yeah, for sure, man. Any last thoughts? I'm starting to feel sleepy, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I understand this is early for us. Any last thoughts? Congratulations to Thomas Brown. I really hope that it works out well for him, man. Because that dude is, he's formitting himself very well. Some people are likening his demeanor to that of Mike Tomlin. Absolutely. He does have a Mike Tomlin type of demeanor, but you still got to be able to coach like Mike Tomlin, bro. One of the best coaches in the NFL right there we talking about.
And some Bears fans, I don't know why he called him Mike Tomlin 2.0. Dude, he's got to win the next 20 years in order to be Mike Tomlin 2.0, bro. Like, you got to have a winning record. You got to have a couple winning seasons, win a Super Bowl, win a couple Super Bowls, and then coach for the next 20 years with the winning record.
Forget the next 20 years. Win the next game before we start talking Mike Tomlin, bro. He is not on the level of Mike Tomlin, bro. But he is a vocal leader, which is what the Bears locker room needs right now. They definitely need him in there right now. But I'm not going to lie to you, Cole. If there's an opportunity for us to either get Kyle Shanahan or Zach Taylor, all bets are off for all these offensive coordinators.
Those are Grand Slam picks. I mean, Kyle Shanahan is definitely Grand Slam for me.
Absolutely. And Zach Taylor, he can't miss. You can't miss if you bring that guy in, bro. You already got your defense in place. Zach Taylor, you know, he's making lemonade out of lemons over there with the defense that he got in Cincinnati, because they're really not that good. You got a couple of players on there, but they make it work with that offense. From what I've heard, Joe Burrow has an atrocious offensive line in front of him, but they make it work.
I don't know how they're 4-7 with that team too, man. Like, damn. How are you 4-7?
I mean, you know, injuries, contract disputes. You gave away. You let Joe Mixon walk and go to the Houston Texans. I mean, you know, things change. It happens. But that's okay. So a lot of blessings come in disguise, bro. A lot of blessings. The Bears need a head coach in here with character, bro. I was talking to T.O. to God about this. Real Street Sports Talk. The Bears need a head coach with character. They need somebody that's animated, that's vocal, that is passionate, that's not going to be afraid to take chances, that knows what he's doing out there. You know, that, I mean, you need somebody, bro.
Aggressive, right?
Yeah, you need somebody. All this docile, don't say nothing, let management control me type stuff is unacceptable.
I'm going to play it safe type of game.
Yeah. And this is how you lose the locker room, because men need you to be vocal, especially when they're looking at you for answers. Coach, what we going to do? What we going to do, Coach? We stuck right now. What we going to do? You ain't got no answers for them. They're going to have a problem with you. And respect goes out the window when they have a problem with you, bro. Real talk, bro. Real talk. But that's all I got, bro.
Anyway, guys, I'd like to thank y'all for coming for this live stream. I mean, it's Christmas has come early, man. I'm glad they got rid of that trash, because the trash or the cancer that was so-called Matt Eberflus.
Take the trash out. Take the trash
out.
Like
I said, when you lose, man. And it definitely played out in that Lions game. I mean, to me, okay, Chuck, one more thought. Out of all these head coaches in your lifetime, and I know you're I don't want to say your age, but I know you're up there. But
I'm ancient.
I know in the history of Chicago Bears coaches, how do you rank Matt Eberflus in terms of the worst?
The absolute worst. 14-32 as the head coach. Can't coach his way out of a wet paper bag. 0-18 on the road on Sundays in regular season games as the head coach. There is not a coach that's worse than this guy here, bro. We've never had a coach this bad in our existence. Was he 5-22 in games? Hey, look, man, your business, bro. You're not actually
He's still brother. He said he old as hell.
That's my little brother. What's up? What's up? But yeah, man. We've never had a coach to go 5-22 in games decided by 3 points or less. We've never had a coach to go 6-19 in situations where we had a chance to win the game at the end, bro. This dude is just not good. There is no good in his coaching style. And I'm sorry, he was a good defensive coordinator over in Indianapolis. He came with your hits philosophy and all that. And maybe he needs to just go back to doing that, bro. He needs to go back to doing that, because doing this is not for him. Not everybody's built to be a head coach, bro. Not everybody's built to be a head coach. And he's a word salad king. Can anybody tell me, you in the comment section before we leave and put this out there, can anybody tell me the one time that y'all heard him in the press conference where you understood anything he was trying to say? Can anybody tell me that? I've been listening to this dude since he's been here. It's almost like listening to a Trump rally. Yeah, I said it. Oh, you Trump supporters. I said it. I don't know. But he's horrible, bro. He's horrible. And then to double down when things are going left? Double down on this crap? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the fact that he said that he backed his decision
to not go for the time, I'm like, okay, this dude needs to go. Like,
it's utterly ridiculous. The entire football world was
saying he needs to be fired after this press conference. And the thing about it, I don't know why they even interviewed him the day he was fired. Why did you interview him?
What I just read, Cove. The reason that went down like that is because George McCaskey, Ryan Poles, and Kevin Warren were in a meeting. They were in a meeting that overlapped and allowed him the time to go in the press conference. They didn't even get a chance to shut all that down. But that just shows you the disorganization of this organization, bro. This is why I didn't agree with Kevin Warren's statement. You should have let him know. Look, cancel the press conference for today. We might be needing to meet with you after a while, or something to that effect.
You're wasting the media. You're wasting the media members' time too. You're also wasting.
But not only that, you're giving a false voice of hope to him, and you're misleading the fan base and the football world into thinking that this guy is still going to be the decision maker for you moving forward. Because if you're letting him still talk in the press, that's telling him he's still your authoritative figure. He's still your vocal.
Your head coach.
Right. You're still the head coach. And you allow that, But it doesn't matter. They got him out of here. This was like, this was worse. This was as bad as the U.S. troops pull out in Afghanistan, brother. It's just as bad, bro. But that's okay. Got it done. That's what happened.
All right, guys. I'd like to thank you guys for coming, man. Thank you guys for coming and just watching this live stream. And next week, we're going to be doing our Week 14 pickups. Week 14 pickups on Tuesday.
Let's try to do it Monday, Cove. Let's try to do it Monday.
We'll do it Monday. Monday's perfect. We'll do our Week 14 pickups on Monday. And what else? What else? I mean, yeah, it's almost the end of the season, man. With everything that's been going on, bro, this has been a crazy roller coaster ride for the Chicago Bears season, man. And I'm just glad we got rid of the trash guys. But that's all that I have for you guys today. Bears fans rejoice, man. Bears fans just rejoice. We got rid of him.
Yes.
But, Monsters of Midways are back, guys. And how we always end it over here, guys. Chicago up. Claws up.
Bear down.
Peace, guys. I'm out.
That's why I'm trying to make a better way.